Greetings loyal subscribers and honoured guests. Issue 10 of Modern Zzapped 64 should be arriving through your letterbox very soon, unless they fall afoul of all the Royal Mail strikes that are happening at the moment. In the meantime though, Patreon subscribers can download and enjoy the Covermount offerings while they wait. There's a ton of stuff on this disc this time, not all of it playable, but quite interesting nonetheless. Let's get the video started then. First up is a game called Cab Hustle, and the moment I saw the name I had an inkling what this game would be. I was almost right. This is a new take on the classic space taxi formula, except this time your ship handles more like the one from Thrust, with rotation thrown into the mix. This makes things extremely tricky, and there's also a very strict time limit in place, which only adds to the pressure. Your goal is to take a passenger from one of the main different platforms and drop them off at their desired destination, which you can see by looking in the bottom left of the screen. The pads are spread over multiple screens, but thankfully they are clearly signposted, so you know which direction you need to thrust off to. You also have limited fuel to contend with on top of everything else, and refuelling stations are scattered around the map. I found Cab Hustle much tougher to play than the original Space Taxi, but then again I never was very good at playing Thrust either. The second game is called Commodore X and is the sort of thing that you might find built into an old Nokia phone. It's an endless runner where you control a little T-Rex and either jump over or duck under obstacles as they come. Despite being extremely simple in nature, it also proves to be incredibly addictive, and I found it hard to put down. If you have a modem for your C64, then you can actually post your high scores online, but luckily this isn't a requirement to play the game. You can also save your scores to tape or disc, or just let them wipe after you're finished playing. I really enjoyed this one. Game number 3, entitled Awesome Slam Siblings, is, as you may have guessed from the title, an attempt to make a Super Smash Bros. Game on the C64. This is currently just a tech demo with one stage, 2 characters and no way to win. It is also 2-player only, but even by yourself you can have some fun mucking around with Kirby replicating his moveset. I'm not really a Smash Bros. Fan, but this is a pretty cool idea and shows a lot of promise so far. Well worth keeping tabs on the project as it develops further. Next up is my favourite of all the demos from this issue, entitled Knights and Slimes. This is a single-player platform game where you play as Little Knight and you have to commit a lot of slime murder in order to advance to the next level. The slimes start off big, and each time they get struck by your sword they split apart into smaller pieces until they get as small as they can be and will die if struck again after that. You can be hit 4 times before you get a game over, and this demo version is pretty tough. I haven't managed to get past the first level just yet. If I understand correctly, the difficulty level of the full game will be significantly lower at the start to ease players in gently. Everything feels professionally done though, with nice graphics, great music and good controls. The full game is already available to purchase and download from developer Monty Boyd's itch page, and that is exactly what I'm going to do right now so that I can play more of the game. After this comes a preview of Tenebra 2, the upcoming sequel to a game that was on a previous Zzapped cover mount. While I found the ideas of the last game really cool, I get frustrated and stuck quite easily in platform games, and the same is true of this sequel. I didn't get far enough into the first demo to really be able to tell you exactly what's new here, although I don't think there were any portal guns in the last one. The addition of these make the already fairly brain-bending levels even more complicated to comprehend. I think puzzle fans will really enjoy it though. The penultimate demo, called Grey, is an attempt to make a Wolfenstein 3D or Doom style first person shooter on the C64, and it's really quite impressive. The 3D is convincing, and most of the features that you would expect to find in a game like this, such as medkits, ammo, enemies, keycards and doors, are all present. It's lacking any sound and there is just one weapon at present, but this shows a lot of promise so far. Finally for this episode, there is a rolling demo of a game called Worm. I can't really tell what the gameplay will entail from what I've seen here, but the game does feature some really cute worm sprites and levels that take inspiration from various other classic games including Bubble Bobble and Ms. Pac-Man. So there we have it. Not many 100% complete projects this time, but I did discover and purchase a full game that I hadn't heard of before in the form of Knights and Slimes, which I will surely enjoy immensely on both my C64 Maxi and my Steam Deck. My next Commodore 64 video will be the start of my Compilation Station 64 Quattro series, which I have been promising for a while. I had to delay it because I got ill for a few weeks, but I am back now and can finally start working on it. I expect it will carry on into next year a little bit after a short break for Christmas. I may split it into 2 seasons because there are quite a few Quattro tapes to go through. Anyway, as always, thanks for watching this video. Please leave a like, drop a comment or share with your friends if you enjoyed it. See you next time, and in the meantime, take care.